What's up, soul family? Welcome back. My name is Chelsea Curtis, for those of you who are new. I am a reality architect, an interdimensional channel, a psychic medium, a galactic ambassador, and a cosmic teacher. Damn, that's a mouthful. Anyway, usually I channel messages from my guides. Today's channeled message, my guides gave me instructions to begin making a series of videos talking about the spiritual concept of non-duality. Non-duality is a very 5D, high vibrational, new earth concept perspective, which all of humanity will eventually be moving into. But those of us who are already on our spiritual journey, who are in the process of creating that shift into new earth, who ourselves are already trying to raise our vibrational frequency, we are being called to learn about this, begin practicing it, and understanding it through said practice, and then move into the space of full embodiment. And I believe that this is part of one of those shifts that we're creating within ourselves that is helping with the physical shift into the new earth paradigm. Okay. So this is not one of those things that you need to have perfectly right out the gate. It is something that requires practice, understanding through said practice. And then you will begin to embody it more and more and more frequently as that understanding comes online. So first of all, I want to discuss the concept of light and dark, because it's something I'm going to be referring to many, many times throughout this video. And I want to make sure that we're all clear about what I'm talking about. So light does not mean good. Dark does not mean evil. Darkness is ignorance, hatred, fear, all of those very low vibrational feelings, emotions, concepts that keep us from full expansion, that keep us within that state of very dense vibrational frequency. Light is the exact opposite of that. It is love, it is knowledge, it is an open-minded understanding, or at least an effort to understand other people, even if we don't agree with them. Okay. It is open-mindedness is the best way to explain it. So just to start off there. Okay. So non-duality literally means not two, not separate. And I want to start off by using that example of light and dark. These are not two concepts. They are two halves of a whole energy. The best example that my guides have ever given me for this is a coin. And a coin has two sides. And we'll say one side is dark, one side is light. If you only ever want to look at one side of the coin, the light side of the coin, it does not negate the existence of the other side. It just simply means you're ignoring it. And I've talked about this in other videos. When you ignore the other side of the coin, it simply means you're not cleaning it. It's going completely untaken care of, which means that it is going to rust, and that rust is going to creep onto the light side of the coin and completely deteriorate the whole of the coin. So non-duality is this concept that within all light, there is also darkness. And within all darkness, there is also light. So, in other words, there is no entity, energy, spirit, or being within the entire universe that is wholly good or wholly evil. There exists within them also part of that other half, because that is what makes them whole. Okay? Neither can exist without the other. So, the reason that this is such an important concept to grasp and practice and embody is because the understanding of our reality in a dualistic, okay, so we're talking about non-duality, but from a dualistic perspective, creates immense separation between us as a society, as a culture, as a people group in general. This is most predominantly seen within things like politics and religion. I believe in this, you don't believe in this, so you're evil and I'm good. I'm being rewarded and you're being punished. The idea of a dualistic perspective is one of the things that has been used against humanity since the dawn of time to create separation between us. It is very fueled by ego because it means that if we believe that something is dualistic, I can't believe in something and it be both right and wrong. You can't believe in something and it be both right and wrong. One of us has to be right and the other one has to be wrong. And my ego says, oh, I'm not wrong. Fuck that. You're wrong and I'm right. So it is fueled by that need to be in the right, to be superior. Okay? By moving into a non dualistic perspective, let's look at it from a religious standpoint. It says, and this is my favorite way, I think, to describe this, it says all religions have some version of the truth within their spiritual teachings and some version of not truth. I don't want to say lie because while I do think that there are some lies harbored within certain spiritual beliefs that were used, again, to control us as a society, I don't think all of them are lies. I think some of them were just kind of morphed over many, many, many years of telling the same stories over and over again. But it still says, I believe in what I believe in because it feels right for me. But I don't think you're wrong. I think you just feel led to believe in this thing because it feels right for you. I don't think I'm wrong. I feel led to believe in this thing because it feels right for me. I don't think you're going to hell. I don't think I'm going to hell or whatever your version of eternal punishment is. It simply means I get to believe in what my soul is passionate about, and you get to believe in what your soul is passionate about. And neither is wholly right or wholly wrong. It is just what is aligned with you or I as a soul. That is a non-dualistic perspective of religion. And it is very, 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 very far away from how most, especially monotheistic religions, practice or believe or view the rest of the world. But that is the biggest example, the best example that I can think of. Okay. Again, this is just the basics. I would make such a long video if I sat down and went through all of the different ways that you can apply a non dualistic perspective to your world. And I'm hoping that this made some kind of sense. Again, I am not in any way, shape, or form a master of this. This is not my forte, but my guides wanted me to talk about it. And it's something that has been in the forefront of my consciousness for quite some time now. And I can feel that we as a society, especially those of us who are already on a spiritual journey and creating effort and intention within our lives to raise our vibrational frequency, to create more love and understanding and faith within our experience, are being led to this non-dualistic perspective, so that rather than saying, oh, well, you're just stuck in density, you can just say, oh, well, your perspective is just different from mine. Let's have a conversation about it. Let's find middle ground. Instead of saying, well, I'm superior. My way is superior. My way is right and yours is wrong. We can instead have conversations and discover truths about one another, discover common ground that we have with one another. Anyway, I hope that this helped. Leave me questions down below if there's more specific questions that you have, and I'll try to make more videos about this moving forward. As always, I love you guys so freaking much. You guys are so incredibly beautiful. You are pure fucking magic. You are deeply and irrevocably loved. And you are never, ever alone. Mwah.